Hi, it's Mardie Caldwell with you today, and today I am bringing to you a wonderful author of 3 children's books from Nevada County, California, and Northern California. And Babette Donaldson has written 3 books on tea for children and also for adults that we're going to discuss today. And these are wonderful books that I wanted to share and make a special interview because they are valuable books that I feel that would be an asset to anybody's collection, and especially to introduce children to tea. So Babette, welcome, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Mardie.
I'm so excited to find out more about your books. You know, people listening today want to know a little bit more about maybe why you wrote the book on tea and not another subject, because you're a great writer. Tell me why you've been so prolific in your writing about tea for children.
Well, thank you for those wonderful compliments. Tea actually, as a children's subject, isn't very common. And it surprised me because one of the things about this great world of tea is that in almost every culture around the world, tea is an important family event. Tea has a varied way of being celebrated in the home, and as well as in spiritual practices, as a medicinal. And so in our culture, in the United States, we have very limited ways. They're wonderful, but I saw this as a way to bring this great, big, wonderful world down to young children. And I don't know that many other modalities or areas, subject areas, that would offer such creativity. So it's been a lot of fun for me.
And it's so easy because people can purchase tea basically anywhere in the world and celebrate this, and it brings the generations together that I see in your books. And I know your most recent book that you have, which is Emily's, and it's spelled M-E-M-M-A and L-E-A''S, right?
Right.
And this is her tea ceremony, and the artwork is fabulous. But you know, people, this is something that we can celebrate with children. I know that you have some great stories we're going to have in other videos too.
I've had wonderful stories. That's been the best part of getting these books out and going to bookstores and tea rooms. And one other thing about tea that I think is important to bring out now, I'd like to say, is that we're all becoming very aware of what some of the other beverages, the canned sodas and things, are doing to children.
Right.
And giving tea as an alternative. And whether it's an herbal blend or whether it's a black tea, white tea, green tea, they're still much healthier than what we're used to.
Right, and you're an expert also. You've blended your own teas, because I have some, and they're absolutely gold to me. I want to lock them up in the safe because I don't want anybody else drinking them unless I offer it.
Thank you.
They're wonderful teas, and so you have done a lot of research on the benefits of tea, and so that makes you an expert in it. You're also a mom, and so you have children. And I think just in bringing this forward, and you sell them primarily to tea shops, right, and bookstores?
And bookstores and schools and school libraries. I think of Emily as sort of an ambassador of tea to children. But as I said, just that substituting something that we've known for thousands of years to be healthy for something we've known to be unhealthy now is always going to be a benefit to our families.
Well, tell me a little bit about this particular book here, because we're going to talk about your other 2 books prior to this. This is your newest one. It's being released very soon. And so, you know, we'll have more information and links here on the site for people to purchase this. But tell me a little bit about this particular book and what is involved in the book as far as the storyline.
The storyline, we really start where I think children and families are grounded in the more Victorian English tradition. And Emily goes to one of these little parties at her friend's house, and it's a proper tea. But then on the way home, she runs into a friend who's actually a little boy, and he is has Japanese-American parents. And his parents were actually born in Japan. And she starts telling him about this proper tea, and he lets her know, by way of a lovely invitation, that there are other ways to enjoy tea. And his mother and her mother also join them, and they do a version of the tea ceremony. It's not, because this is for children, this isn't a formal, detailed explanation.
For adults.
It's not for adults. It's for children. It's the essence. It's the elegance. It's the simplicity. It's the beauty. It's the serenity of the tea ceremony. And then in the end, the conclusion, of course, I'll give it away, is that there are a lot of ways that we can enjoy tea. There are a lot of ways that we can make events in our lives special.
And cross-culture, as we're becoming a melting pot in the United States and across the world, we're all going to share tea in a different way.
Exactly. And the point is, let's make it special, let's make it meaningful, let's make it memorable.
That's wonderful. That's great. Well, Babette, I really appreciate you taking the time today to be with me and with our audience and sharing a little bit about this excellent book that I hope that you all look for in the bookstores coming up and also on the website too. So again, Emma Liz Tea Ceremony. And this is also by Babette Donaldson, and you can find it again in bookstores. You can request it, and you can also go to her website. And if you'd give that website out, that'd be great.
It's EmmaLeeBooks.com, and it's EmmaLeaBooks.com.
That's great. Well, thank you again for being here today with us, and I hope that you all consider getting this for your children, your grandchildren, and also for yourself, for your collection. Until later on, this is Mardie Caldwell. God bless you. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.